What is going on, good people? Man, I'm gonna bring you one in this video that may be an eye-opener to a lot of people. So y'all know I don't buy my seed from the big box store, and a lot of people have asked me why. There's a number of reasons, and we're gonna talk about it in this video, and the main one being is it's a complete ripoff. That's right, I said it. It's a complete ripoff to the point that I think it should be illegal and should be false advertisement. So let's get into this video and I'm gonna explain to you why. Let's start off by looking at this Mountain View Seed Top Choice label. Once you add up all the percentages of this bag, 99% of this bag is grass seed. There's 0% other crop and also 0% other weed. That's what we're looking for. We're buying grass seed. Now let's compare that Mountain View Seed label to a label from the big box store. I'm not trying to call any company out, so let's just leave this anonymous. You see seed A through D. Those are the actual grass seed cultivars in the bag, which makes up 38% of that bag. That means that 62% of that bag is something other than grass seed. What is it? It's other crop, weed seed, inert matter, seed coatings, and fertilizer. So once we factor in an 85% germination rate, we're looking at 6.4 pounds of that 20-pound bag that is actually grass seed. Now let's imagine if we're going to overseed a 5,000 square foot lawn. You're gonna go down at 5 pounds per thousand for your overseed. That means you're gonna need right at about 4 bags of this product at $77 per bag. That means we just spent over $300 to overseed a 5,000 square foot lawn. The issue that I have with this, that I think is a complete ripoff, is that this bag is marketed to be able to cover 5,000 square feet. You can put down 5,000 square feet of product using this bag, but you will not put down the proper amount of seed to overseed a 5,000 square foot lawn as it's being advertised on the bag. Now let's just compare the cost breakdown to that Mountain View Seed label. With 99% of that bag being grass seed, out of a 45-pound bag, you actually have 40 pounds of viable seed in that bag. So you would only use just over half of that bag to overseed your 5,000 square foot lawn, and only costing you just over $100 to do that. But here's the bang for your buck. You actually have enough grass seed remaining to overseed your lawn again the next year at 3 pounds per 1,000 square foot. Now that's what I mean getting the bang for your buck. As if this wasn't enough of a reason why I don't buy my grass seed from the big box stores, I've got a couple of other reasons why. Stick around and let's continue to discuss. When we get to talking about the contents of the bag, that's what we're buying. That's what we're paying for. And when you're spending your hard-earned money, you want to make sure that you are getting what you paid for. The contents of the bag in most of the big box stores is a lot of fillers, fertilizers, and coatings. The fertilizer, even though that sounds like it would be a good idea and a good thing to have in there, the amount of fertilizer that's in there is not sufficient for it to be able to actually render a response that you're looking for from the turf, which is good growth, good root development, and for it to also have a nice color to it. The next thing is the actual seed that is in the bag, let alone it not being very much seed in there. The seed that is in the bag are typically cultivars that are older, meaning they do not have a lot of the newer genetic characteristics that a lot of the newer cultivars have, which are like higher drought resistance, higher traffic tolerance, disease resistance, and even some of the lateral spread capabilities that a lot of the newer cultivars have, and it's becoming a pretty common thing. So if you actually want to look into that and you find out more information on it, the best place to go look at that is the NTEP. So the NTEP data will give you a lot of that information on some of the best performing cultivars that are out there on the market. I'm not saying the big box stores have to have the best ones on the market, but you at least want them to be somewhat tested recently and have some good data behind it. In addition to that, you'll also find that a lot of the bags of seed in the big box stores have weed seed and other crop seeds in them. What does that mean? That means it's not grass that you want to grow in your lawn. Eventually, you're gonna have to deal with some weed control. Hence, you're gonna have to go buy some additional herbicides that you're gonna have to apply to your lawn to take care of the weeds or the other crop that you actually planted when you planted your seed. And a lot of those items that you gotta deal with can be very hard to kill. They can be some of the grassy weeds and other crops that will take some pretty expensive and some pretty powerful herbicides to actually be able to control or mitigate from your lawn. So, sounds like to me you're paying for the price of that seed more than once. On this channel, we strive to give you solutions, not problems without a solution. So, if you can't go buy seed from the big box store, where do you go buy it from? There are a number of options out there. I recommend Mountain View seed. I've been saying it for years. I've been using that seed for about 4 years now. So I've had amazing results. You all have seen it. That's why I continue to purchase that seed. So if you are local to the Maryland or DMV area, I would say Newsom Seed is a very good place to go. I have found that they have a number of locations here in Maryland. And then in addition to that, I would say find your local turf supply store, your local Site One, or your local nursery. Those are also very good options for you to be able to find a quality seed. Mountain View Seed does distribute between a lot of different distributors, so you may be able to find some Mountain View Seed cultivars at your local distributor. If you can't find a local option and you're looking for an online option, Pete at GCI Turf. He now has Mountain View Seed cultivars in his grass seed. If you were going to make a purchase from the big box store and you had no other options, well, one seed blend that I would go with is from Scott's, and it's actually named Heritage. You can actually buy that, and it is just pure seed, no coatings, no fertilizers, no fillers, and it is one of the few pure seed blends that you can actually buy from a big box store, which has become surprising that that's how it's sold other than Kentucky 31. So if you haven't already got that seed down, I hope you're getting it down soon, and you're gonna be mowing and enjoying the mows here in a little bit after your recovery period. And it's fall time and it's a great time to be outside. So as I always say, just know, we work.